against totalitarian leveling. I choose individual liberty 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 against totalitarian leveling.
Okay, we're into the
I
snake.
choose
Liberty or
individual
snake?
liberty against
Which way?
totalitarian leveling.
Um
I choose
so let's
individual
play
liberty
again Metal
against
Gear Snake Eater.
totalitarian leveling.
And
I
yeah,
choose
I'll go ahead. We'll just
individual
switch over
liberty
there because
against totalitarian.
we're ready. There we go. We're at the Southwest Grananzo, whatever that place is, Grazi or Brazunzu, Grand Southwest. Who cares? Playing time 6 hours, so we're almost done with this game. I think. Should I just continue? Don't. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. And while I do this, I'm not gonna really play that much. Maybe just a little bit while I talk, and I have something prepared. So that's today's topic will be liberty or equality. And it's going to be, if the mic doesn't cut out, it's going to be a defense of individual liberty against totalitarian leveling or equality. Okay, so let's start. As soon as I get in the game here, I'll start reading my thing. And if you got any questions or comments about it, of course, feel free to drop some comments or whatever. Share this video out with other fellow anarcho-capitalists. And it's Black Screen of Death. Hey, speaking of equality, there's your black hole of death, socialism. Hmm. What if the dog is planning something evil? Okay. Okay. Make sure that's in there. Okay. So, Snake can wait here. Here, I'll just can I make Snake talk? Oh, there's a plug there. Okay. No. Make noise. No. There's a plug. Should I plug it in? All right. So we're at the some base or something. There's some guy over there. And I wonder if Sam Fisher is around here. All right. He's hiding. He can hide here for us. So I'll go ahead and start. Here we go. Liberty or equality? A defense of individual liberty against totalitarian leveling or equality. So introduction. So in the grand tapestry of human political philosophy, few dichotomies have sparked as much debate, passion, and conflict as the tension between liberty and equality. Liberty is often conceived as the unfettered ability of individuals to pursue their own ends without undue interference. Okay, that's a pretty good definition of liberty. I think I agree with that one. So often conceived as the unfettered ability of individuals to pursue their own ends without undue pursue their ends or production, become more efficient. Maybe you can add that in there. It stands in stark contrast to equality, which seeks to level the playing field by ensuring uniform outcomes or conditions for all. I think you can understand why that's evil, because socialists are motivated by envy, the envy of someone higher than them. So, and they understand, I think they understand, I'm not sure, they won't admit it, that equality is impossible. So the impossibility of equality means we have to lower everyone down to mediocrity. I think I agree with that. Yet this pursuit of equality, when taken to its logical extreme, frequently morphs into a form of totalitarian leveling, right? A coercive process by the government, the state, as Hans Hermann Hoppe calls it, the criminal organization. I like that when you think of it as a mafia. I like that. It is like a mafia. It's run by Al Capone. It's run by the Red Gang or the Blue Gang. So when you think of it as a mafia, it makes sense because the government is a kind of mafia that has a monopoly on, say, money. They have a monopoly on money, means they can counterfeit money. And they create fiduciary media, which is fake money. It's counterfeit. Mafia, they also create counterfeit money, but it's illegal by the criminal organization, the government. So the government is legitimate. What they do counterfeiting, it's legitimate. But mafia can't do it because it's deemed illegal because it's competition to the government. Okay, so equality is a coercive process where the state or collective authority imposes uniformity at the expense of personal freedom. Oh, well, pick a guy. Lenin, Stalin, Mussolini, Hitler, Mao. They're all socialists, and they all do the same things. You know, Hitler's famous quote, "I am a socialist. I see before me no class or rank. Only a people bounded by blood, united by language for a common collective, or a Volksgemeinschaft." So yeah, that's right in there with totalitarian leveling. Very good. He also wanted to abolish all the parties. He complained there were too many parties, 30 different parties, and because the German government was ran under a proportional system, so if it got to a certain proportion, it created a party, and there was a new party. And there was a new party being created every week, and he complained there was too many parties, 30 parties, and there's the Farmer Party, Labor Party, the Boop Party, the Flippy Bop Party, all kinds of parties being created. And so Hitler goes, "No, we don't want that. There's only German people, and they're bounded by blood, collective blood." This essay defends individual liberty as the paramount value in human society, arguing that the quest for absolute equality inevitably leads to authoritarianism, yes, stifles human potential and productivity, and erodes the very dignity it claims to uphold. Exactly. I agree with that. Drawing from historical precedents, philosophical insights, economic realities, and contemporary observations, we will explore why, or I will, I'm sorry, I should have said we. Slip of the tongue, sorry. Not a collective we. I will explore why liberty must prevail over the seductive but dangerous allure of egalitarian totalitarianism. Okay, so let me get a sip here, and while Snake is observing is that heat radiating from the grill there? Let's move Snake around here before we get to the meat of the thing. Okay, so is everybody in agreement here? Okay, let me hide over here. Okay, so the roots of this debate track back to the ancient thinkers like Aristotle. Yay, Aristotle, who distinguishes between arithmetic equality, treating all identically, and proportional equality, rewarding based on merit. However, the modern framing emerged during the Enlightenment, where liberty was championed by figures by John Locke, yep, and the natural law theory, as an inalienable right derived from natural law. In contrast, equality gained revolutionary fervor in the ranks of Jean Rousseau, who envisioned a general will, the Volksgemeinschaft, that could subordinate individual desires for the common good. So yeah, and this led to the French Revolution, and the French Revolution was a mistake. It is the root of the cause of this. You can go back to the French Revolution that started all this, and what eventually led to Lenin, Stalin, Mussolini, and Hitler and Mao. It's embedded in European liberalism here, and he was European, so this makes that clear. The French revolutionaries' slogan, Liberté, Égalité, et Fraternité, encapsulated this tension. But as we shall see, the pursuit of equality often devoured liberty. Yes. See, I value liberty over equality, and because I value liberty, I hate democracy. Just to be clear about that, democracy is not my end. I don't want democracy. I'm an anarcho-capitalist. Totalitarian leveling, a term evocative of Alexis de Tocqueville, you know him, he wrote the American Democracy book, warnings about democratic despotism, hey, we just talked about that, and Friedrich Nietzsche's critiques of herd morality. I want to get in that Nietzsche quote he had, to each according to his means, according to his ability, and how evil that is. Refers to the systematic erosion of differences, be they wealth, talent, opinion, or race. Remember, Hitler's socialism was about race. And this is why he wanted to eliminate class distinctions and caste distinctions of rank, because he saw people that were bounded by blood. Deutsche Bluten, the German blood. That was the spiritual blood, not genetic blood. Keep that in mind, the spiritual, because Hitler's National Socialism was a religion, and that's what bounded people. So he saw before him no class or rank. And that's what Hitler did too. He wanted to erode the differences by wealth, talent, or race. You can put race in that one as well, to achieve homogenized society. This is post World War I thinking. We can eliminate the conflicts in nations by homogenizing society. Now we do the opposite. We think we can create multiculturalism as a way to eliminate conflict, but it is not working out now, is it? How's the UK doing with that multiculturalism? Not too good, is it? So it's not working either. So you got the forced segregation to homogenize society. Then you have forced integration to diversify society. So either way, it's both sides of the authoritarian coin. And it's not, none of those work. None of those are working. Multiculturalism through diversification of mass immigration, forced integration, isn't working. Okay, this leveling is not merely redistributive, it is tyrannical, relying on state power to suppress individuality in the name of fairness. Now, remember, keep this in mind. Relying on state power. They make an argument that contradicts this later. So let's keep that and remember that. Relying on state power. Okay, remember that? Say it after me. Relying on state power. Because it leads to tyranny and despotism and totalitarianism. You rely on state power to, quote, level this out or diversify this out. Okay, relying on state power. Do you remember that? Relying on state power. Say that with me. Relying on state power. Good. Okay, next. My thesis is unequivocal. Individual liberty is the bedrock of human flourishing. And any system prioritizing equality through coercive means, there it is, relying on state power. Let me mark that in red. There, relying on state power. Coercive means, government, state, relying on state power, risk descending into totalitarianism. Liberty allows for inequality as a natural byproduct of diverse human endeavors. Right. I endorse inequality. Inequality is moral. It's right. It's true. It's what you want. You don't want equality. You want inequality. Inequality equates diversity of ideas. It's the moral system, moral philosophy. But it preserves the autonomy essential for innovation, moral growth, and general progress. Equality, when enforced, when you rely on state power beyond basic legal protections, becomes a tool of oppression, as evidenced by the history of the bloodiest experiments. Lenin, Stalin, Mussolini, not so much. Because how many really died in Mussolini's reign? About a couple, just 2,000? Yeah. But then we had Hitler and then Mao. Mao would be the worst one. Okay, remember this phrase, relying on state power or coercive means. Okay, history abounds with cautionary tales where the banner of equality was raised only to cloak the chains of tyranny. Yeah, that's why the Democratic Party is evil. Because this is what they believe too. That's why some of these judges are evil too, because they also believe in the equality principle instead of just judging the laws by natural law. Okay, so we'll start with the problem. The problem started with the French Revolution in 1789, began as a noble uprising against monarchical absolutism. But what happened as a result of this uprising against monarchical absolutism? What was the result aftermath? The monarchy comes back, Napoleon First, Second, and Third. So that didn't turn out well, did it? Promising liberty and equality for all. See, you can't. Sorry. When someone promises you this, tell them to shut the fuck up because it's not going to happen. And you don't vote for this either. Seriously, when they promise you or guarantee, and you can't guarantee this, so why would you promise this? You know you can't guarantee this. And what happens as a result? Yeah, you don't get what you want. Yet, under Jacobins, just like Maximilien Robespierre, the Committee of Public Safety, I like those words those communists always make. It always sounds so happiness through joy. The Propaganda Ministry, the Committee for Public Safety and Health and Fun and Joy and the Collective and all that stuff. I love the names the communists give to these things, and they're always antithetical. When they put them into practice, it always turns into horrors. But the name sounds nice. What a nice name. Okay, the Committee of Public Safety pursued egalite with ruthless zeal. Yeah, see? When you have to enforce something, anything, whether it's gender ideology or socialism or equality, when you have to force this or forced integration, maybe your ideas really aren't that good. Maybe they really suck because you have to enforce them. Maybe they're unnatural. Maybe what you're pushing is an unnatural state of human beings. And that's what makes it evil. Because you're pushing something that's unnatural then. Because naturally people aren't going to do this. Okay, the Reign of Terror, 1793, 1794, saw thousands of guillotined, not just for aristocratic ties, but for any perceived, you might be MAGA or conservative or one of those guys, those fascists or Nazis, perceived deviation from revolutionary orthodoxy. Now, who believed that as well? Stalin? Lenin? You counter-revolutionary? You a capitalist fascist? And it's based on the perception deviation. So they deviate from the mass or the collective majority, democracy. And anyone deviates is the dissenting point of view. And if you're dissenting point of view, you're bad. We got to censor you. Yeah, you saw what happened under Biden. What they did. You saw what Twitch, TikTok, Twitter was doing before Elon Musk bought it. This is what they were doing. They perceived deviation from the COVID vaccine. We talked about COVID injuries and stuff like that, and you were deviating from it. Oh my God, you're going against the revolutionary orthodoxy. You must be a fascist capitalist. So we got to do something about you now, don't we? Either ban you or Maybe close your bank accounts that they did with the truck convoy. That was a deviation from the revolutionary orthodoxy. It's all the same shit. Okay. I'm gonna pause here in a minute here. Okay. So you don't want to deviate for that. Liberty was sacrificed on the altar of equality, as Rosberg himself declared. Terror is nothing other than justice, prompt, severe, and inflexible. And that's where it started, right there. The French Revolution. All this shit. And it eventually led to Lenin, Stalin, Mussolini, Hitler, Mao. It's all byproduct. It's all derivative from European liberalism. And we're learning it today, folks. This totalitarian leveling extended to cultural and economic spheres, or racial. Churches were desecrated to enforce secular uniformity. Now, where have you seen that before, where they desecrate something to enforce uniformity? Oh, the gender ideology. They're desecrating the family to enforce queer theory. It's the same nonsense these people spout out. And it's like, this is dangerous. And price controls, and we just had some price controls in Japan where the government thought it was a great idea to artificially lower the price of gasoline. That's a price control, and that's evil. And as a result, all our food products have gone up in price. So yeah, this is talking about the government interfering in economic affairs and making matters worse, and they've made it worse. They're artificially lowering the price of gasoline. They artificially introduced rice into the economy, and into the thing, the market, the thing. Okay, so this is bad here. Price controls on bread or rice or gasoline at economic equality led to famine and black markets. See, black markets is capitalism, and that's why they call it black market, because black market equals free market capitalism. You have that in North Korea. You have black markets or capitalism. And Kim Jong-un allows it to happen because they know it generates a little bit of wealth. It generates wealth. They import some stuff from China across the border, and they sell the stuff to people. Okay. The revolution devoured its children, gender ideology, illustrated how equality, untethered from liberty, breeds despotism. And it does. And remember, I'm going to go back before I read the more protracted. Let's see. We'll go into Stalin in a minute here. But let's remember the statement again. Relying on state power to suppress individuality in the name of fairness. Relying on state power. And say it after me. Relying on state power. One more time. Relying on state power. And you see why this is going to be relevant later on when they talk about human rights. Okay, let's play a little snake thing. Take a little break for a second, because this is a long one, boys. Okay. Let's go, Snake Man. What are we doing here? You notice there are no surveillance cameras in this game? Let's see. Let's go around this way. And if you have any questions or comments so far about what we're talking about here, if we're in agreement or not, we're getting into the real dark stuff now. We're getting to Stalin now. And what he did and what Hitler did. We'll get into all what those people did. Oops. I didn't. Okay. Now, can you go in here? No, you can't. There's no surveillance cameras? Why do we have a cut scene? Why did they just make a new Metal Gear game? Go around this way. Oh, there's a guy over there. I'll go around this way. Do I have to encounter anything weird? What's that? Whoa, I'm not going over there. Let's go around the other way, comrade. Okay. Give me a chance. Come on. Sam Fisher's faster than this. Dun, 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 Dun. I just had to play the Splinter Cell music. Never. Sorry. Okay. Now, can we get into the box? Get into the box. What's this? They put a thing in there, and I don't know how to get that thing. I don't care. I don't care about collecting things and plush toys and dolls and crap. There's a tank. Now, can I? Okay, let me. When I move on to the next section, I'll read the next part. Okay, I guess I have to go around the other side. What? A little tap dance there. You're skipping. Okay, so I guess we have to go around this way. Did I come over this way? Let me check my map. Oh yeah, that's where we have to go. I went too far. Oh, there's a gentleman there. I have a question for you. Okay, good job, Sam. And I'm not looking forward to the Splinter Cell remake either. It's probably, why remake? Just make a new Splinter Cell game and just use Michael Ironside's voice. I just don't understand the logic. Oh, there's something over there. I have to go behind. I don't have to go forward. Okay, I guess we'll go this way. Let's go. All right. Go around this way, I guess. That was the way I was going to go. Ah! We found a door. Okay. I'll rest here for a second. I'll continue reading on. Read about the 5-year plans. This is going to be fun. We'll go into the next part about Stalin. Proletariat equality. Okay, let's go on this side here. Okay, so we're just okay. Remember what we said earlier? Relying on state power. Okay, let's keep going. So a more protracted example is the Soviet Union under Joseph Stalin, born from a Bolshevik revolution's promise of a proletarian equality. The USSR communist regime sought to eliminate class distinctions. Hey, that sounds just like Hitler. He also wanted to eliminate class distinctions through collectivization and purges. Hey, Hitler did the same thing, but he collectivized people. And he only did one purge, I think. Hitler did one purge. It was Night of the Long Knives. And to the celebration of Stalin, and that Stalin quoted, and this is what Stalin said about when he learned about Night of the Long Knives. He said, "Wow, what a fellow we have in Adolf Hitler. Job well done. Let's have some vodka now." So he was celebrating this purge that Hitler did. But Hitler later regretted he didn't do more of them. He should have done more. This is why Hitler got older. He envied Stalin because Stalin was doing a lot of these purges. And Hitler goes, "Man, I should have done more of those." There's still left too many old guard in here. We need to get rid of them. So yeah, they're all doing the same thing. So the 5-year plans of Joseph Stalin of the 1920s and 30s forcibly leveled society by seizing private property, relocating populations, and executing kulaks, or in the case of Hitler, Jews, kulaks, prosperous peasants. I know, peasants, prosperous peasants, prosperous, rich peasants. That's an oxymoron. Kulaks as enemies of equality. Yeah, see, gee, where have I heard that before? So one of Stalin's purges, the Great Purge, 1936-38, targeted not only political rivals, but intellectuals, artists, and anyone whose individuality threatened the monolithic state. Yeah, and you see the same thing from the Democratic Party, too. They're just like so envious of individuals like a Musk or someone or Bill Gates or any of these people like this, or the My Pillow guy. They get so pissed off at these individuals. Kyle Rittenhouse, just name them. They get so mad at them, they're angry at them because they're threatening their state. They threaten their power. And just wait when the blue gangs, the Democrats, come into office again, maybe after Trump, and they'll come back in office too. And remember what they did during COVID, when Biden was in office, and remember what they did under Obama too, and before that, Clinton. Remember what they did, and you think about what Trump is doing now, and all the bills he's passing and the executive orders. Don't you think? And you see how the Dems aren't really having any kind of self-reflection on their party, especially after the Ukraine woman was killed and Charlie Kirk was assassinated. You see they're showing no remorse for these people. They don't care. They don't want you to talk about it. Don't want you to be politicized about it. And they want to censor you over it. And they've been censoring you over this. And think about this. After Trump is done, when the blue gang, the Democratic Party, comes back into power, they're going to get revenge. You don't think they're going to get revenge? They're going to continue where they left off with Biden, and it'll just be worse. I guarantee it's going to happen because they'll come into power and they'll continue where they left off with Biden. They'll continue with that degeneracy and the censoring and the threatening too. Because remember what Biden said about the parents who were questioning and had concerns about the teaching of queer theory in the classrooms. Biden called these people terrorists. He called these parents terrorists. So yeah. Man, when they come back to power, they're going to continue with that. They're going to, this is where we left off. Let's continue this. So enjoy the temporary sort of stay with Trump because he's not going to be in there very long. He's only 3 more years or so, and then the blue gang will probably come back in office. And you're going to be. It's going to be tough. I guarantee it's going to be tough. But for the people that voted the blue gang, they won't think of it that way because they figure, well, we won. We're the majority. And because we're the majority, too bad. We're going to tell you how to live your life. Okay, so they're going to threaten the monolithic state. Here we go. The Gulag system, immortalized by Alexander Solzhenitsyn, the Gulag Archipelago. And that's a good book. Everyone knows about that by now. This is this old news here. It epitomized this leveling. Millions were reduced to interchangeable labors. Millions were reduced to interchangeable sexes, genders. Oh, it's the same thing. It's reduced to interchangeable. Men and women interchangeable. They're the same. There's no discernible difference between a trans woman and a biological cis woman. There's no difference. It's all interchangeable. Just interchange the parts. So, okay. Anyway, interchangeable labor is in pursuit of classless society or sexless society. This started with the feminists too. We know about this. The radical feminists wanted to create a sexless society. It's their fault. It's their fault. Blame the radical feminists, Mary Daly, those people like that Dawson woman, whatever her name was. Yeah, blame them. They started, hey, even J.K. Rowling, too. She's a radical feminist. She, remember what she did to Dumbledore. Never forget. So, yeah, these people are not innocent either. They're just as guilty. And that's what they're doing here. Equality was achieved in misery. Everyone equally impoverished. Yep. Surveilled and terror. You understand? People like Hassan Piker who advocate for socialism do not understand 2 things. One, under socialist regime, you get nothing. It's poor because you produce nothing. Because the point of, and Marxist theory, the point is no work. You're not going to work. So if you're not working, you're not working the mind. If you're not working the mind, you're not creating anything. If you're not creating anything, you're not producing anything. If you're not producing anything, you're not creating wealth. You're not creating anything of value that anybody wants. There's nothing there, and there's no wealth, and there's no money, and you starve. So Hassan Piker is not only he's just an idiot. The other thing that people Hassan Piker don't understand is that not only will you get nothing under a real socialist regime because it doesn't produce anything, it also, the other thing about it, well, I got something to drink. Hold on. That they don't understand Marxist theory is that capitalism is just a transitional period. That's it. And after capitalism disappears and transitions into socialism, and when it transitions into socialism, that's inevitable. That's an inevitability. It just goes into socialism. That's how you know socialists, these quote socialists, like young Zoomers, don't understand it. They never read the theory. So you get like some idiot like Hassan Piker pushing socialism, and you know he's never read the theory. And if he actually read the Marxist theory, he would understand that capitalism is the transitional period into socialism, the final peak of democracy. He wouldn't push for socialism. He would actually push for the opposite, like Marx said. And if he actually read Marx, which I know he didn't, Marx kept pushing. He kept saying, push capitalism, because eventually it's just going to naturally transcend into return to socialism, because it's like religion. It's like Adam and Eve. It's like the Garden of Eden. One time there was this socialist, beautiful Eden. It was destroyed by the evil, feudalist, capitalist, fascists. And now we have to sort of transition away from these different forms of government and societies and finally transition to a return of Jesus Christ or a return of socialism. So Hassan Piker is an idiot. He's never read the theory. He doesn't understand anything about it at all. And he doesn't understand that those two things. Socialism is a religion of envy. It's motivated by envy. And it's motivated by not working, because eventually the state will crumble and you don't work. So if you're not working your mind. You're not working your mind, you're not producing anything. You're not creating anything. You're not creating anything, you're not creating wealth. You're not creating wealth, there's nothing. So you won't have a welfare state in socialism. It will not exist. You just no money. There's nothing. There's nobody's producing anything. They're not working. So I just wanted to talk about that. What equality achieves? Misery. Everyone's impoverished because no one's producing anything. That's why. And they're surveilled and they're terrorized. Okay. Now let's go on here. As Friedrich Hayek noted in The Road to Serfdom, 1944, central planning for equality necessitates total control. It has to. It has to be totalitarian. It has to totally control the means of production, because it's in the theory. It says so. Eroding liberty step by step. Exactly. Okay, let me play a little bit more before we get into German National Socialism. Okay, let me see where we're going here. Oh, okay, that's where we're going. We're going to the next part. Parta. So before we get to German National Socialism. Now, what's over here? Let me take a look. Oh, there's a guy over there. Oh, the spotlight. Hey. Ubiquitous spotlight. I'm going to go this way, Kameraden. Can I? What? Sam Fisher would break that open. Sam Fisher's not a wimp. I don't want to activate the... where's the spotlight? Huh? What's that thing looking at? Is it looking at me, or can I just... Oh, the old ubiquitous spotlight shit. Oh, I'm at South... What did I do here? I go... Ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da. I've been going for an hour? Where did I go here? What, did I do something wrong? Oh, no, I gotta go that way. They're gonna spot me in the spotlight. Damn it. We're about halfway through my essay here. Okay, I have to be mindful of the spotlight. So shh. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, I knew it. Am I under the spotlight now? I'm right underneath it. I wonder if I go up there and shoot the thing. Okay, let me move on to the next section. Yeah. Whoops. Whoopsie. There it goes. I need to go through there. Can I go around the back? Looks like I can go around the backside. So I have to be very careful, be mindful of the snake's revenge. Whoa, another spotlight. Can I be right there? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was so close. Hey, can I get down in there? It looks like I can. Let's see if I get in this room first. Rations. Whoa. I gotta get down in that plaza. There we go. All right. How you doing? Excuse me. I know it's your house and everything, but I have to get through here, comrade. Another one. As soon as I make it, I'll continue on. We've been going for an hour. Is that poop? Come on. Mm-hmm. 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 Crawling, crawling, crawling. I don't know what to do with that shit. I don't need that. Are we actually going to bust on through? Okay. I don't know where I'm going now. Map. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Objective. I'm going the wrong way. No way. Shit. Okay, I don't want to go through that again. Let's go back. Well, that's interesting. You just turn around. All right. Let's go on here. Volksgemeinschaft. Okay, so we can't do this. You gotta go around the other way because we're going the wrong way. Dun 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 dun. Let's go. Oh God, this guy's slow. All right, well this was wrong. This is bad news. I thought you can just skip. Why don't you go somewhere else, man? Stupid rat. Okay, let me get another drink here. We'll get on to the. We'll get on to it. And we're going to see here when we get to talk briefly about German National Socialism, we'll see how this is an extension of the French Revolution. Creating a homogenized. Can I get through here? No. There's is that a train? Where is the spotlight coming from? Oh, it's over there. Okay, I have to go there? Over there. Okay. I wonder if there's anybody actually in there. Okay. Spotlight thing. Just like the original Metal Gear. That goes up. And then it goes down. Go up again. I don't know if we're able to make it through here. This is difficult. That goes up. And that goes down. So I'm in the shadows. We're supposed to go through the door? Oh yeah, we're almost there. I think. I hope they're supposed to go that way. Damn it, I don't want to activate the... Hello, Sam Fisher? Was there somebody that saw me? I'll just wait here. As soon as I get into the place I need to be in, I'll continue reading about the German National Socialism now. Don't call them Nazis because they're not. They're National Socialists. Not only did they call themselves that, they believed it. National Socialist Deutscharbeit Party. Huh? Oh, he's distracted. Now it's time to make my move. I can't climb over the box. You gotta be fucking. Now it says I can climb on the box. There we go. Are we in the East Wing now? Oh, we're in the grad weapons layer lab thingy. Okay. As soon as I get in here, I'll continue reading. I'm about halfway through my essay here. Okay, so we're inside. Okay, few tips. I'm pressing tips. In order to reach the west wing of the weapons lab, you need to steal Major Rosavasov's uniform. Find Rosavas somewhere in the East Wing and hide him in a spot where he won't be found. Do I have to knock him out? All right, let's continue on here. Okay, moving on. We're just talking about eroding. Hayek noted that the road to serfdom, 1944, essential planning for equality, necessitated total control. Of course it did, eroding liberty step by step. Yeah, you got to have total control of the means of production, right? Okay, German National Socialism. Though often mischaracterized as right-wing, which is true, it's not right-wing, Hitler made this very clear. It wasn't left-wing or right-wing. It wasn't left nor right. And he said it very good. I have the quote. I'm going from memory here. It says, our party represents a bridge between left and right. It says, we are neither left and right. We are a bridge between left and right. And Hitler goes further, I am the bridge between left and right. So it was a hybrid, both. That's why it was National Socialism, race socialism, racial socialism for Germans. Okay, it wasn't for everybody. Okay, so it was not right wing. It was not even left wing. It was a hybrid. People get this wrong. It's like Prageroo claiming it was just left wing. No, it was both. It was a combination. It was a combo. It was a combo religion. So moving on, and it is mischaracterized by right wing. It is not right wing. It's left wing and right wing. Hybrid. Also pursued a form of totalitarian equality with its racial ideology. Now, the race Hitler was talking about was the blood, and that was the Teutonic blood, the spiritual blood. It wasn't even actually genetic blood, I don't think. No, it was considered spiritual. Deutsche Bluten. Hitler's regime leveled society by enforcing Aryan uniformity. That's the same shit we just talked about. That started with the French Revolution, leveling society to create uniformity. So he did it with race. So again, this is 100 years or so later after the French Revolution, and these socialists are still doing the same shit. Exterminating inferior groups in the Holocaust, whether you're exterminating the fascist capitalists or you're exterminating counter-revolutionaries or the kulaks or inferior groups, it's all the same. They're all exterminating somebody that's inferior. Holocaust to create homogenized folk. Okay, didn't they do that with the kulaks? They wanted to get rid of the kulaks, or the French Revolution wanted to get rid of the people that were counter. Yeah, same thing. Pretty much the same thing. Essentially, it's the same thing. Economic policies under the four-year plan. Hey, these socialists love their 5-year and 4-year plans. Boy, they love that stuff. Economic policies under the four-year plan mirrored Soviet centralization. Imagine my shock. It was a mirror of the Soviet centralized, subordinating individual enterprise to state-directed equality among racial purity. I meant to say racial purity there. Just said they're doing the same shit, man. And it's interesting. These regimes, either leftist or combination, like left, right, a hybrid, demonstrate that totalitarian leveling transcends ideology. It is the inevitable outcome when equality is prioritized over liberty. Exactly. It's inevitable. Okay, so now we're getting into contrast here in a minute. Before we get into contrast, I'll remind everyone, remember what we said here, boys and girls. This leveling is not merely redistributive, it is tyrannical, relying on state power. Say that with me, relying on state power. Okay, all right, let me get in here. So, in contrast, societies that defend individual liberty, even amid inequality, fostered prosperity. Absolutely. The United States, founded on Lockean principles in the Declaration of Independence, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, embraced equality of opportunity. See, I don't believe in equality of opportunity. I should have corrected that. It should have been maximizing opportunity. I like what Michael Miles described that because that's what you're doing. Because there's no opportunities are not all equal. Opportunities are just different because and they're unequal because society is unequal. So you got people that have maybe high memory capacities and high IQ and stuff. They're gonna choose more higher quality opportunity, whereas the lower rungs they're gonna pick their own kind of opportunity. I just work at Walmart, McDonald's, or something, and people are satisfied with that. They choose that. Remember, all actions are volitional. Back to Ayn Rand again, because all actions are volitional. It's all done by choice, and it's choice based on your temperament, your physiognomy, your psychology, your intelligence. So that's why I prefer maximizing opportunity, because not all opportunities are not equal. They are not equal. They're all going to be different based on. I teach guitar. I know about this. I see equality and disparity all the time in my classrooms. So yeah, equality of outcome is just an evil. Okay, so anyway, this allowed for economic disparities, but unleashed unprecedented. Yeah, and I'm fine with economic disparities. I'm perfectly okay. That's what you want. You want that to exist. I'll get into why in a minute here. Okay. From the Industrial Revolution to the tech boom. Right. And the Industrial Revolution was the closest you ever got to a free market capitalist society, even close to anarchy. Because people were becoming more innovative and much more self-reliant, self-sufficient. But the government, the criminal organization, remember, relying on state power, remember that, decided to crush that. Britain's Glorious Revolution of 1688 established a parliamentary limits on monarchical power, prioritizing liberty, leading to the world's first industrial economy. So yeah, they prioritized the liberty part. At one time, you had these ideas; they were there. Liberty was there, but then the government decided to be mafia, and they wanted a monopoly on all this because people believed that you could rely on state power to protect human rights, which is an error. Relying on state power to protect human rights is an error. Okay, these examples I just showed here underscore that liberty, while permitting inequality, which is fine. I endorse inequality. I want inequality. I don't want equality. Inequality is preferable because it actually maximizes opportunity, and it will create. It'll be more productive to create something of value. It would create wealth. You want to maximize the opportunity because things are unequal. Elevate society through voluntary cooperation, which I want, voluntary cooperation, and merit-based advancement. Right. Okay. So before we go on to the essence of humanity here, and John Locke and stuff, let me continue playing here. And I want to go through this building here. I have to find where what's his name is. Oh, I don't even know where he's at. Let me see that again. Records and tips. What am I doing here? Game system. Weapons. Hints. Why? Oh, there it is. Find Raykov somewhere in the East Wing and hide him in a spot where he won't be found. Is that Raykov? Find them and then hide them in a place where it won't be found? Uh-oh. Home raid. I can shoot those lights out too. Like Splinter Cell. Let's play a little bit more before we finish reading. Well, I still got a ways to go. It's a long one. Okay, I'm kind of safe in here. Hey, it's like chaos theory. Hey, Sam, get the bill of lading. We need those. There it is, bill of lading right there. I got it. I found it. Is there a switch here? There's a switch here, but you can't flip the switch? Aw, come on. Okay, now can you see? I can climb up here. You can't flip the switch? That's stupid. Okay, what do we got in here? We got some more crap in here that we don't really need. Ammo and med packs. What do we need that for? Okay. We have to go on the other side to climb up here? This guy ain't no Sam Fisher, that's for sure. He's kind of clumsy. Okay, so there's another area here, and there's more crap in there. Jeez. Let's wait for the caution to run down before we get to the philosophical defense. What time is it anyway? We're about 2:15. We've been going way over now. Kaishi. Yokai. All right, let's go. Let's go, Sam. Too bad they don't have a Sam Fisher disguise. Oh, there's a guy over there. Oh, God. What is this now? That door can't be opened normally means. Responded by specific rego. Oh, God. Someone, I have to interrogate someone? Gee, wow, what a coincidence. There he is. Wow. Whoa. My goodness. Hey, they make it too hard in this game. I have to interrogate this freak. Interrogate.
ラジオ141.85
141.85. Put him in the toilet. But at least they have sliding doors. I should probably put him in the shitter. Did I knock him out? Okay. Hyaku Whoops. Hyaku ichi. Huh? What? Oh, God, it's like picking locks in Skyrim or some shit. Jesus Christ, could this be any more difficult? Hachi. God damn it. Oh, come on. What did I do? Jesus Christ. Man, this is just insufferable. Come on. Jesus Christ. It's been an hour on it. Oh my God. Yeah, man, this is really just like picking locks in Skyrim. What a shit system this is. I can't do this shit. This is. I don't know if I'm going backwards or forward. I'll just do it with the stick. There. This is the frequency. What the hell, man? This is 141.85. This is it.
How can you say goodbye?
Do I have to listen to this whole shit? That was it? Oh, come on. Healing radio? Ah. Oh, now it does that. Didn't he say 5? Ah. Um. Oh no. Do I have to look it up now? Did I fuck up? Let's shit. Well, we can shit. Okay. God, this is terrible. Need to put this shit in game. Let's try 40 then. Yaku Maybe I just misunderstood what he said.
東島へ潜入したな。ライコフは東島のどこかにいるはずだ。彼を倒して服を奪ってくれ。だがその格好で敵の本拠地内をうろつくわけにはいかないだろう。とりあえず科学者に変装してライコフを探すんだ。ライコフは東島のどこかにいる。奴を探し出して倒すんだ。
Okay, so I have to doctor suit. There it goes. Okay. So I fucked up, probably. I don't know. Can I go through the can I go through the door? No? Well, I can't go through there now. I think I fucked up. Shit. Damn it. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Big deal. What's supposed to be in this next? Oh. Huh? What the fuck did you do? Okay, there's a way to get in. What's in here anyway? Is that the doctor? I can't see anything in there. Am I really supposed to get in there? There's no other way to get in there? I can't go through the air ducts? Well, shit, Sam Fisher can get through there. He can go through the air ducts. What's wrong with Snake? Okay. All right. Let me get to the next level here, and then we'll continue reading. Okay. Oh, there's a guy over there. Uh-oh. I'm supposed to be in here? I'm not sure. Okay. All right, let's pause for a second. We're going, and we'll just continue reading a little bit more than place one. Okay, so we're getting the philosophy. Philosophical foundation is liberty as a sense of humanity, right? So philosophically, the defense of individual liberty rests on the recognition of humans as autonomous agents with inherent rights. Okay, and so John Locke, in the Two Treatises of the Government, 1689, argued that individuals possess natural rights to life, liberty, and property, which governments exist to protect. Hold on. Which governments exist to protect? Why is that necessary? Because remember what happened up here? What did it say? Relying on state power to suppress individuality in the name of fairness. Okay, so they're relying, we'll just leave it at that sentence there. Relying on state power. If state power, if we're going to rely on state power to supposedly protect individual rights, why would we rely on state power when it was the state power that imposed this equality on people? Wouldn't that stand to reason that you don't want the state to do that? Because we see throughout history, the states haven't been protecting people's rights, have they? No, they haven't. So which governments exist to protect? So why is it necessary that governments exist to protect these natural rights of life, liberty, and property? We don't really need it because we showed that this isn't the case. We just showed historically that governments do not protect these things. So it's not necessary. This isn't necessary that governments need to exist to protect them, because we already have these natural rights, according to John Locke. These natural rights exist beyond human consciousness. I mean, just think of how people protect each other in the Robinson Crusoe and Fridays analogy. You've heard this one, right? And they seem to do a pretty good job without any government protection of rights, because they protected each other's rights. Because if they killed one or the other, if Crusoe killed Friday, well, Crusoe's going to be not better off, is he? He's going to be, well, that guy had a spear. He knew how to use that spear, and I don't really know how to use a spear. Or that guy has a net, and he knows how to use it. I don't. Or this guy's good at collecting water. I'm not. So, yeah, it wouldn't benefit each other if you just killed each other. So they were doing a good job without government, without the necessity of government to protect natural rights and property. They were doing a good job without that. So, yeah, so why is it necessary governments exist to protect that? It isn't. It's not necessary. It's unnecessary. We already have something available to us that can protect those rights, and that's just natural rights, and people will do that voluntarily. Remember, there's also the idea of voluntarism. Equality for Locke meant equal protection under the law. Yeah, the natural laws that already exist. You don't need government to do that. Not enforced sameness, or not enforced protection of rights. That's also a force. Just think about that. Any attempt at leveling violates these rights. Yeah, just the government existing violates those rights. And it requires coercive redistribution that infringes on property and self-determination. Okay. So, move. So before we get to Kant here, where was that guy? I just saw that guy walk by me. Okay, I'm going to go over here. What? Is this serious? I can't get over there? I think I picked the wrong frequency there. I wanted to get over there, but I can't get over there. I have to go on the, oh, what's this guy? Let me interrogate him. Are you going to grab him? No. Can I grab him? Okay, I guess not. I can only grab certain people? Okay. Is there any way I can get up to the air ducts? Does this guy, will he go into that room for me? Open the door for me? Ah, there's a guy. Oh. Well, I don't think I'm... Oh, there's the doctor. There's some manga magazines. No, it's not. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to hide them in here. I have no idea. Book? Well, this isn't working. So I'll just leave. What's happening? What did I do wrong? Did I mess up? I can't get in there. The frequency. I don't know what the frequency is. Oh, northwest. I guess we'll go through that way then. We'll continue on. We'll go into Immanuel Kant next. The metaphysics of morals and stuff. We'll go into a little bit of that. Oh, I'm outside. What am I doing? More drink. So I'm kind of getting through this essay a little too fast, I think. Ba-dum. Let's go upstairs over here. Okay, I was already in there. So I guess it reset, really? Oh, that's because I'm wearing a doctor's uniform. Okay, what's going on here? There's, oh, I have to fight that thing, don't I? Is that Metal Gear? Okay. What's in here? I think it's because I'm wearing my doctor's uniform is why I can't capture these. Can I hide in the locker room? Oh, I can't hide in here. Well, big deal. Okay, so we'll go on this way. What was the damn frequency? I don't know who that is. Oh, we're in the main wing. Okay, main wing. He's Vietnamese. Main wing. That's where we're going. Main wing. Okay, hurry up and load. Ah, it's getting hot in here. Da-da-da. Let me turn the air conditioning on here before we continue on the Immanuel Kant side. Let me crouch. Let's read on. So we talked about John Locke and the two treatises just briefly. Now we'll do Immanuel Kant. We'll go into the next part. Immanuel Kant extended this in his Deontological Ethics, emphasizing human dignity through autonomy. In his groundwork for the Metaphysics of Morals, 1785, Kant posited that treating people as ends in themselves, not means, demands respect for individual choices. Right? Okay, totalitarian equality reduces individuals to cogs in a collective machine, denying this autonomy. Now, okay, so far so good here. And then Friedrich Nietzsche, in his Thus Spoke Zarathustra, 1883, 1885, rallied against levelers who promote slave morality. However, I should have added about his quote about to each according to his means, to each according to his ability, which contradicts this. But I'm going to say that for another time. Levelers who promote slave morality, suppressing the overman, Übermensch, in favor of mediocrity. Well, of course, for Nietzsche, true human potential lies in creative individuality, not egalitarian conformity. This is kind of obvious. Okay, now we get to Ayn Rand in Atlas Shrugged. Provided a modern philosophical bulwark. Where Ayn Rand is a philosopher, and she invented the philosophy of objective epistemology, and her philosophy against leveling, totalitarian leveling. Her objectivist philosophy celebrates rational self-interest and rational egoism. Don't forget that. Productive achievement, of course. That's I mentioned that earlier about being productive. Socialism doesn't. Socialism is antithetical to productive. It's the point of socialism is joblessness, not to produce anything. Viewing equality of outcome as immoral theft from creators. Yeah, because you're taking from productive individuals and giving it to non-productive individuals. That's what I mean. Rand's heroes like John Galt's Gulch, and that's an example of anarchism here. I'm going to get into the problems with Ayn Rand and her sort of, I don't know, anger against anarchism and how it sort of contradicts their whole objective philosophy. Okay. John Galt, withdrawal from a society that levels through progressive taxation and regulations. Well, again, it sounds like what the kind of country government you live under in the United States, demonstrating that liberty fuels innovation while equality stifles it. Yeah, well, they don't like it. They don't like producers. Socialists do not like producers. They don't want you to produce anything because if you produce something, socialists believe that you must have stole it from somebody because they believe that the static quantity or static quantity of money exists somewhere. It's just somewhere, and someone stole it. But socialists understand that capitalism is a moral system of creativity, free thought. That you create something, you create wealth. You create something of value. Some people might value it, some people might not. Okay, critics dismiss Rand as elitist. Well, yeah, I don't care. Fine by me. But her point still holds. Forced equality punishes excellence, breeding resentment and stagnation. Well, I don't think it exacerbates the resentment because socialism is a religion of that's motivated by envy and resentment because there's somebody higher and better than you, so you want to bring everyone down. Okay. So we get to Karl Marx now. Fun. This degenerate person, in opposition, egalitarian philosophers like Karl Marx argued that the Communist Manifesto that liberty under capitalism is illusionary, masking exploitation. Masking exploitation. But that's what humans always do. Humans always exploit the environment, whatever. I don't care. Fine. I'm glad they're exploiting. Good. And it creates innovation, but it's more innovative that way if you do it. True freedom, Marx claimed, requires abolishing private property. Yeah, of course, to achieve classless equality. Well, we know that doesn't work. Yet, as history shows, this leads to state monopoly. Exactly. Not liberation. Jean-Paul Sartre's existentialism offers a counter. In Being and Nothingness, 1943, freedom is absolute responsibility for one's choices. So this goes back to Ayn Rand, which she says, all actions are volitional. These are your choices. So like in Africa, the Africans there chose communism because it was against British colonialism. So they keep choosing and voting for poverty. That's their own choice. They keep voting for this, and they're not going to change that. Because until someone says, hey, maybe you should have a free market, capitalist society there, instead of just voting for poverty, communism all the time. But no, they keep choosing it. This is their own choice, which is why we shouldn't help them. Incompatible with totalitarian imposition of equality. So that's the philosophy affirms liberty's primacy. It preserves human agency, while egalitarian leveling dehumanizes through coercion. Yep. Okay. So before we get into the economic dimensions, the market's liberty versus planned equality, I'm going to keep playing here. I'm trying to see what I did wrong. Maybe because I put that stupid doctor suit on. Yeah, I already went through that door. What? Wait a minute. Huh? Oh, I went through that door. We'll just run through this. I guess, okay, I should probably take this doctor suit off. So I can interrogate someone. I think I screwed up. Oh. Wing corridor. West Wing. So what do you guys think so far? You can go back and listen to the beginning when I talked about, because I'm not going to repeat. Hey! Did I go in the right place? Okay, I went through this door. And they're not going to think anything of me here. What's going on here? Okay. Hello there. I can't go through there? Can I talk to this guy? No. I'm going to change uniforms. Because I think I just screwed up. Whew. No use. No use. No use. I don't want face. Is this the uniform? Was that the uniform I had? I'm going to keep this thing on. So that way I can capture that guy. Because that didn't do any good, putting that uniform on. Okay, let's go back to West Wing, East Wing. Okay. Then we will continue. Open. Anybody around here? Oh, there's the guy we want. I just went through that door, didn't I? Okay, he's in there. What? He just went in there. How do I... What? Did somebody come out from somewhere? Come out of it, if you are. I thought it said, let's go. Let's go. I don't want to keep reading yet because we're getting kind of close to the end of my essay here. And I'm just going to wait for this guy to come out. He went that way, so I'm going to go capture him. He went in that door. There we go. Oh, no. I'm supposed to interrogate. Das Blamit. Oh. There's Joseph Stalin right there. Oh, interrogate.
扉を開ける周波数は
145.86. 145.86. $145.86. $145.86. Oh. Oh, okay. I'll do that. 145.86. 145.86. 145.86. 148.86. What? He just said. Does it change? Does the. What? Unlock door. What door? Was that the door? I have no idea. This is just outside again. Oh, crap, we're going to do this again. What door did I unlock? Let me pick this guy up, because... Can you talk to him again? All right. There you go. I got it. That's one way to get in there. Interrogate.
ラジオ141.8
That again. Okay. Hyakuyonju. Whoops. I'm gonna go this way. What am I doing? Huh? Okay, wow. Okay. Oh. 141 Hachigo. I hit the wrong one, damn it. The same thing. This is a song. Okay, well, that didn't work. Anything in here I need? Where did that guy go? Let me go find him. Oh, there he is. It's water. With bright mushrooms. Sanjuichi. Sanjunichi. Is this the guy I'm supposed to... Supposed to hide him here? Am I? Let me see. Huh? Bus is lost. No paint. All right, the boss is mushrooms. Anybody else I can interrogate around here? Where to put that guy in the bathroom? Crap. I'm supposed to stand in front of the door and do the frequency? Doesn't seem like it's... No response. Why is there no response? Nothing. I don't get it. It unlocked what door? Okay, not that door, I guess. Is there a name on the door? I don't see. Okay. Nope. I guess find somebody else, I guess. Anybody else around here? How about a doctor? Where? Where's the guy coming from? Is he gonna come out of the door? Oh, there he comes. That's the other side. Okay, jeez. Let's put him in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's put him in the toilet here. Oh. Just knocking him out. Shit. Let's go upstairs. Where's that doctor's room? Oh, is that over this way? Guess I go this way then. Okay. 2 hours. Oh. All right. Let's get this door open then. Are they coming? Oh, here they come. Man. All right, that does it. We're getting it. If we don't. Where's my... There it is. We'll just... West Wing Corridor. We'll get to the... Let's see how many come through the door here. These guys are bullet sponges. The hell you think after the first couple of shots? I like how they just disappear. Wow, there's an endless supply of these people. Da-da-da-da-dee. Evasion. There. Is there anything I pick up? No. Fuck. Gosh darn it. Bodies are gone. Okay. What? How did they come back? I can't get in there. Is there any like... Well... Okay. Let me see what goes on down here. That's not the map. Okay, I have to go around that way. Back where I came from. Am I supposed to go down here and fight that thing? Let me check, and then we'll continue on. Yeah, I'm supposed to go in there, but I can't get in there. I did something wrong. I don't know what the hell I did wrong. I failed. The Macron is unhappy. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can find... There's a toaster oven. Any help? And I don't know how to open these. Oh. No, what? Now I got the frequencies for the doors opening, but the doors won't open. Do I have to change into the doctor's outfit? I just went into this room here. Look at... Okay, these doors are open. What? Maybe I can... I'll kill the guard. Okay. What? Okay. This door is closed. But I just went through this door because he opened it. Okay. Let's just kill these freaks then so they won't wake up. Where's the other one? There you go. Where did they put the other guy? Oh, he's in the other room. Okay, what about the people in the bathroom? Let's kill them. I don't know what the hell to do. Huh? That's not good. Okay. That was the door I already went through. There's nothing in there. Okay, let's go. Okay. This door is open. So let's just go through all the doors. Okay, I already went through there. That's the library. We'll go upstairs. Is that where I came from? No. Where's the other one? There it is. Let's go upstairs that way. Ah. I'm getting hungry. Okay, let's go. No, I already... Wrong way. I need to go through that library. Damn, blew it. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we can solve this mystery. Or did I already come through this way? I don't remember. Okay. There's some doctors. Am I supposed to capture one of these doctors? Maybe him. He seems to be kind of... No, he looks... Oh. That guy. What's he doing? Him.
いや私は無理やり作らされてるだけでいや私は無理やり作らされてるだけで
Let's see. 147.86. $147.86. $147.86. Okay, let's check. The door open. 147.86. Okay. 140. It says no response. $147.86. There it is. Yay! Finally! Jesus. That was it? Big deal. Unlock the door on. How about this one? Well, this didn't unlock. May have to wait for the caution thing to go down. Call. What?
スネーク、どこへ行く？ライコフの死体を放置するつもりか？死体が発見されれば奴になりすますことはできなくなるぞ。西棟へも潜入できなくなる。そうなれば任務は失敗だ。早くライコフの死体のところまで戻ってくれ。
Okay, have to go back to his body. All right, let's go back to his. Ah, shit. Where will it continue? I should have saved it. Shit. Okay. What? Will I make it there in time? Before they discover the body? Where's his body? Where did I put his body? Huh? Why did I leave the body there? Okay, so where... Oh, shit, okay. I have to get him again? Oh, there he is. Okay, let's hide the body. That's what we want. We need to kill this guy. Already interrogated him. So I gotta kill him and the disguise as him? See, where can I put him when if they don't see him? Oh, I'll put him over here. There we go. There we go. Have the disguise as him? Let's see. Camouflage. Where is it? Isn't it down here somewhere? Scientist, officer. Maybe that's him. Battle tuxedo, crocodile. Oh, okay. So it is officer. Isn't that supposed to do? Oh, mask. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, so now I can get through these places. Okay. I'm going to save it. Saving it.
セーブする？
パラメディック
Okay, I'm going to pause right here. So let's continue on reading. We take a little break before we finish off the next part. So economically, the defense of liberty manifests in free markets, of course, where voluntary exchanges reflect individual preferences and talents. So Adam Smith, The Wealth of Nations, you know that guy, 1776, described the invisible hand guiding self-interest action to societal benefit, allowing inequality as an incentive for productivity. Okay, there's the invisible hand, or what would you call the maybe natural laws? That be what? So what? Going back to the statement is that the government is necessary to protect individual rights. Well, we have already shown this not to be the case. It's not necessary. So guiding self-interest actions to societal benefit, allowing inequality as an incentive for productivity. In contrast, centrally planned economies aim for equality, fail spectacularly. Hayek's critique in The Fatal Conceit, 1980, highlights the knowledge problem. No central authority can aggregate the dispersed information individuals use in markets. Attempts at leveling through price controls or quotas distort signals, leading to shortages and inefficiencies, as seen in Venezuela's recent collapse under socialist policies. And we'll continue on here. Milton Friedman in Capitalism and Freedom, 1962, argued that economic liberty is inseparable from political liberty. Government interventions for equality, like minimum wages or wealth taxes, expand state power, risking to expand state power. Let me highlight that. So going back to the beginning, expand states' power. So why would you need government to exist to protect civil, life, liberty? Boy, I cannot talk. Yeah, why would you want to rely on state power? Because you see, the state power leads to tyranny. It suppresses the individual in favor of equality. And it says, then they contradicts this by saying governments exist to protect natural rights and liberty. But you've shown you don't need government to do that. We've shown over and over again that what the government leads to, it expands the state's power. And we've seen in the 20th century, these governments have expanded their power. So why would you want to depend on governments to protect your life, liberty, and happiness? Yeah, that's counterintuitive. Risking totalitarianism. Empirical evidence supports this. Hong Kong's laissez-faire, this is a contradiction, laissez-faire policies yielded rapid growth despite inequality, of course, while Cuba's egalitarian regime trapped citizens in poverty. But you understand, these socialist countries didn't work because there was outside sabotage. That's what socialists always say, why their socialism didn't work in these countries, because of outside sabotage. That's an interesting argument, because Holocaust deniers make the identical argument. Why Hitler's socialism failed and was unable to come to completion was because of outside sabotage. They make this, in that regards, they make the same argument as socialists. I don't call socialists anymore. I just lump them in with Holocaust deniers. I just call them genocide deniers, because that's what they are. They deny the genocide in their own countries and claim that it wasn't real socialism, and that socialism was unsuccessful because of outside sabotage. On the other hand, it shows that their socialism sucks. It doesn't work. Just a few hundred Jewish capitalists, international clique, can destroy your socialism so easily. It's so fragile that just a few hundred Jews can destroy it. So say again, that's what it says here about your socialism. It sucks. It can't handle the pressure. If it's such a great system and it's so natural, it's intrinsic that it'll naturally emerge from the dissipation or transition from capitalism into communism, then your socialist communist system just is no good. It's not strong, and it's weak. Yeah. So that's the same argument. Holocaust deniers make the same argument as genocide deniers, socialists. Our economy the socialist economy didn't work because of outside sabotage. There's one example. It doesn't matter who's doing the sabotage, whether it's the Jews or the CIA. It's still the same, basically fundamentally the same argument. It didn't work because of outside sabotage. It was unsuccessful. Okay, so and keep going here. Now we go into behavioral economics. Before we finish this part in the boss, I think it's the final boss are coming up here. Behavioral economics adds nuance. Daniel Kahneman's work shows humans value fairness. Yeah, okay. But enforced equality ignores loss aversion and endowment effects, breeding black markets and corruption. Liberty-based systems channel these instincts productively. Instincts, this is natural. So now you're arguing from instincts, which you didn't before because you said it was necessary to have a government to protect your liberty. Why would you want to depend on the very government that wants to destroy liberty? It doesn't make any sense, so you don't need a government. Fostering wealth creation that lifts all boats, albeit unevenly. That's fine. Who cares? I don't care for equality. Okay, are we coming up to the conclusion here? So let's go here. So now we talk about the social and cultural implication, diversity through liberty. And we're talking about diversity, not culture. We're talking about ideas. Okay, this is why I favor inequality, because you have an inequality of ideas. You have a diversity of those ideas, and they're good. We have some are really good, really great. People see a value in it. They pay a lot of money for it, and it improves everyone's life. It improves their knowledge. It improves the land of the realm, king's realm. Okay, socially, liberty nurtures diversity of ideas, while totalitarian leveling enforces conformity. So this is the irony about the Dem Party, the Democratic Party, the Blue Gang, is they want equality, but they want diversity, but they only want diversity of skin color. But they want conformity. They want everyone to conform to this idea of diversity of skin color rather than just diversity of ideas. So in free societies, individuals pursue varied lifestyles. Hey, varied lifestyles. Okay, so individuals pursue varied lifestyles, just like all women are different. They pursue varied lifestyles. You can't have you're not gonna lessen the quote gender gap because everybody, men and women, they're all different and they all have this voluntary choice of these different lifestyles they'll do, and they're varied lifestyles. So you're never going to have equality. There's not going to be an elimination of gender gap. This is retarded and it's just counterintuitive because everybody has varied lifestyles. They're going to choose, because all actions are volitional, they're going to choose of their own volition something that fits their lifestyle, their personality, and their IQ, and their physiognomy and temperament. Okay? That's how people are. So you're going to have these disparities, inequalities. That explains the disparities. Not institutional racism. There's no such thing as that. That's fantasy. But it's just based on individuals' pursuit of using their own volition of these lifestyles. So, and religions and expressions enriching culture. Totalitarian regimes, from Mao's Cultural Revolution, which leveled intellectuals, again, bringing them down to the dumbness, idiocracy, to modern cancel culture, suppress dissent for equity. Yeah, that's right. Now look what they're doing with individuals. Some guy was going to assassinate Kavanaugh. It's getting worse. Okay. Identity politics today echoes this. Demands for outcome of equality in education or employment often involve quotas that discriminate against merit. Quotas, affirmative action, DEI. Affirmative action, DEI, these are racist policies. They're based on race. So when people claim that they're colorblind and they want equality, but at the same time they vote for affirmative action and DEI, you can't. That's a contradiction. And how do you reconcile that contradiction? Because in order for advocate for affirmative action and advocate for DEI, you have to be racist. You have to understand the race. You have to see the race. You have to be conscious of it. You can't be colorblind. That's impossible. But they'll accept those contradictions because they're a bunch of Hegels, and then they'll hope that they won't admit the contradictions will synthesize. They'll never say this. The socialists will never say this, but you cannot be colorblind and then advocate for racist discriminatory policies like affirmative action and DEI. So abolish DEI and affirmative action, which they did. I think the Supreme Court finally did, because these are racist policies. So I didn't mean to divagate there. So affirmative action debates. Okay. While addressing historical injustices is valid, okay, maybe it happens. Well, if there is a historical injustice, look what happened to the whites in Africa. Coercive leveling undermines liberty by judging individuals by group identity rather than character. Group identity or race identity. Whites, the ethnic collective guilt of whites, or the ethnic collective guilt of Jews. It's all just the same thing. So they do the group identity. The MAGA, the conservatives, they're all just lump them into identity rather than character. But that's the thing is with Martin Luther King, if you're going to go with Martin Luther King, what he envisions, but judging by the person, by the character. But that's what people were doing back then. They were judging certain peoples by their character, not by their color. So it's kind of ironic he said that. Let's finish up here. Psychologically, Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs places a self-actualization atop basic equality. Yeah. Rational egoism, achievable only through liberty. Voltaire's Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, I go on here, 1946, draw from Auschwitz experiences, emphasizing finding purpose and freedom, not imposed equality. And yes, Hitler believed in equality of opportunity. And he also believed in his democracy too. Okay, now going on to contemporary changes and the path forward. So we're going to conclude here, and then hopefully we conclude the Metal Gear game. Let's see. In 2025, threats to liberty persist. Surveillance states like China's social credit system level behavior through digital control, prioritizing collective harmony over individual rights. In the West, debates over universal basic income socialism, or wealth taxes risk sliding towards leveling, and as seen in proposals during economic crisis. Yes. Now, I oppose the universal basic income for the same reason right here. So I just said the argument why I'm against it. So yeah, I'm not in for it. I'm not in favor of wealth taxes. I'm not in favor of tariffs. I'm not in favor of wealth taxes. I'm not in favor of the basic universal health care because of this. It violates individual liberty, destroys it. And it's very undignified, isn't it? Oh, look, I get free money once a month. God, there's no dignity in that. You just feel kind of like you're a parasite. To defend liberty, societies must reaffirm constitutional protections. See, society, not governments, societies, Rousseau and Friday, must reaffirm constitutional protections, promote education in classical liberalism. Well, I don't want classical liberalism per se. It depends on what you're talking about there. I would prefer anarcho-capitalism, realist, populist egalitarianism. International bodies like the UN should prioritize human rights over redistributive agendas. I can't talk, can't read my own words. We should boss the UN too. We don't need that thing. I don't want to go into that. We'll go into that later. Okay. So I covered just generally, basically, why I prefer liberty. And it's because I prefer liberty over equality is why I hate democracy. Democracy is just collective mob rule. And I just touched on the idea of collective harmony over individual rights. That's what democracy means rule by the collective mob or identity, group identity. So let's wrap it up here. In conclusion, I say the choice between liberty and equality is not binary, but hierarchical. Liberty must precede and temper equality to avoid totalitarian leveling, right? History, philosophy, economics, and society converge on this truth. Individual liberty unleashes human potential, while coercive equality chains it. Yes, as Isaiah Berlin warned in Two Concepts of Liberty, 1958, positive liberty, enforced equality, often makes authoritarianism, whereas negative liberty, which we want negative liberty, freedom from interference, hands off, it's my money, my body, my mind, my choice, safeguards dignity. In defending liberty, we honor the unique spark in every person. Ooh, are you talking intrinsicism here? Are we talking about? Didn't mean to say that. They're rejecting the gray uniformity of totalitarianism. Let us choose liberty with its vibrant inequalities over the false premise, negative freedom, promise of leveled equality. For in freedom lies true human elevation. Right. Okay. Very good. So if you guys have anything to say about that, you can go back and watch the beginning of the stream. I pretty much laid out my case, my moral argument for liberty, why I prefer liberty to equality, and why I prefer liberty over democracy. And we don't need government to enforce or to protect. That's the same thing. But they claim you want to claim you use government to protect human rights. Why would you want that when it's the very government that's chaining you, that's simultaneously destroying liberty? So we don't need government to do that. Anyway, let's go on here. Salute. Okay, so let's go. I killed this guy, so we're going to go out the door. So now we're going to go upstairs. Let's go up here. I'm just going to salute all the way up. So we'll make it past this point here. Alrighty, there we go. How you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? Okay, how do I get on there? Why did I go this way? Can I salute and hang at the same time? Let's finish up. Let's get this boss, and we'll finish up today's stream. It's been a long one. Hope you enjoyed it. Where do we go from here? Well, there's a guy right there. How you doing, sir? Is this, that's the bathroom. Is this where we go? Oh, yeah, that's where we need to go. We try to go out through this door. What?
スネーク、どこへ行く？ライコフの死体を放置するつもりか？死体が発見されれば奴になりすますことはできなくなるぞ。西島へも潜入できなくなる。そうなれば任務は失敗だ。早くライコフの死体のところまで戻ってくれ。
I thought I did. They don't want me to leave the body there? You gotta be kidding me. I gotta take the body with me. I can't pick him up? Oh, yeah, I can. So I gotta take this guy upstairs. Oh, this is stupid. Who thought this was a good idea? All right, let's finish this off to the next section, or don't we fight a boss or something? Don't leave the body there. You know, I left it in a place where they're not going to find it. I have to drag this body. Well, no one's going to see me. There's no one else around. I think I got rid of him. Why is there dust on the ground? Let's try to go through the door with this guy and see what happens. Finish up here. All right. Some glasses. Snake, what are you doing? And where am I going? I don't want to go through that way. Is that where? Wait a minute. I didn't go. What? Okay, that's the way I was going. I just couldn't see. The enemy is here. Did I make it? Huh? I what? So I made it. Okay, which way am I going? Oh, there it goes. Okay, I made it. I have no idea. The bodies are still. Can I get in through here? Nice. I like how the bodies are still here. Those guys are still standing by the doorway there. Look at, you know, that little immersion breaking right there. Doesn't make any sense. There they are. Oh. All right. Just salute him. A lightning bolt on those panties. Black underwear. Weird choice. Why do you take it off there?
これだ。
Oh, there's the doctor. Are we supposed to protect him or something? Uh-oh.
約束は守るわ。賢者の遺産については
そのことは何も知らん。
I'm gonna skip. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Bum ba bum ba bum.
シャゴホッドはあらゆる地表から核ミサイル
Skip. What am I supposed to do now?
格納庫に完成した。
Skip.
わかったろ。遅すぎたんだ。
It's too late. Also Sugida.
純
Skip. Skip. I don't care about history lessons. Skip. Is this the final battle? Stalin? There you go. Hey, what am I supposed to do with this guy? I'm just skipping. I have no idea. Come on. Torture room? All right.
やめて。
誰と連絡を取っていた。
何も知らないのよ。
何も知らないの。
いい加減に吐け。
もうやめて。
もうやめて。
クルシチョフの犬は誰だ。
ひどいよ。
データを渡したんだろう。
彼はそんなことしてない。
Huh? It, who's the monster? Am I hiding somewhere? Is that why it's dark? Or
死んだか。
who's dead? I better not be dead. Is it a ticking time bomb?
さて、
さてと。
お前はもっと楽しませてくれるんだろうな。
Who?
その前に
Look at your
体
body.
を改
Oh
めさ
no.
せてもらおう。うん。そこそこ修羅場はくぐってきているようだな。
Yep. I certainly have.
喜べ。これから本物の地獄を見
All
せて
right,
やる。
cool. Sounds cool to me. Can't wait.
では
地獄
始めるとしようか。
始めるとしようか。
お前の狙いは何だ。シャゴホットか。ソコロフか。それとも遺産か。いい。貴様の仲間は
仲間だ。
誰が手引きしている。タフな男だ。だがいつまで持つかな。まだまだ終わらんぞ。
Is he going to leave me here now? Am I going to make my escape? Gonna have to use a cure of some kind. Huh.
さあ、そろそろ本
Skip. Cure. Z into this. Whoops. Cure. Bullet lodged. I need I don't need a cigar. Splint. No use, no use. Lodged in the body. Well, I can't cure it. I already used it. Oh. Gee. Thanks. Ah. Fork. Fork you. Transmitter found buried in wound. Transmitter room. Okay, I'm cured. Okay. So what I'm going to do is save. What?
スネーク、セブ
I don't understand. How?
スネークスネーク
喋ると口の中が痛む。
切れた
芝刈り機を押し込む。
Okay. I have to escape my cell. There's a guy there. I'm supposed to grab him. Okay. I can't open that. Can't hide. Huh. Hello there. There's some... I don't know what that is. Those chairs? Interesting. They don't have any surveillance cameras in here. Huh? Okay, nothing in the toilets there. Oh, wasn't there something in the wall here? I thought... I thought in the original Metal Gear, when you're in the prison cell, there was that opening to the wall. Huh? That's what I remember. There was the wall. I could have sworn it was the wall. Or is there something? Huh? Come on. You gonna come in? No. No way. I have a gun? I should wait for him to get closer. I'm gonna grab his keys. Now what do you... Oh. Oh, great. I killed my only means of escape. I thought... there was some kind of hole, I mean, in the roof. Well, I killed that guy. It didn't really... There's no one out there? I thought maybe there was somebody. Damn it. This sucks. Come on. Okay, fine. Then I'll just do the old-fashioned way. Let's just shoot up the place. Wasn't I supposed to... No, that doesn't do anything. How about that? Can I shoot that? Can't shoot the toilet paper? Maybe the fork. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. How about this? Maybe I can dig my way out. Okay. Oh, maybe I should call someone. Already did. Paramedic, Eva, Major Zero. Okay. Vampire bat. That's weird. Why do I have a gun? Well, I don't know. I thought there was a hole here. In the original game, there was a hole, and I can't pick this guy up, or I can't access his belongings. I thought you can, like, grab him or something. That's the only way I think of escape. Maybe there's something else under the bed. Oh, there you go. I should have done that. All right, let's should I have to reload? Yeah, let's return to the main menu. Yeah, and then we can restart that one. Hey, community is here to help you. I don't care. So we'll load. Okay. Yeah, load the save data. I'm supposed to hide under the bed. Oh no, did my game crash? Shit. Huh? God, I hope it didn't crash. Because it looked like it crashed. Oh no. Let me
Choose
come
individual
over
liberty
here.
against totalitarian leveling. I choose individual liberty against totalitarian
Okay, it didn't look like it
leveling.
crashed.
I choose individual liberty against
Well, it's loading.
totalitarian leveling.
As soon as the game loads, I'll go back because I just want to
choose
make sure
individual liberty against totalitarian
that it's
leveling.
loading correctly.
I choose
Yeah, it looked like the game
individual
crashed.
liberty against totalitarian leveling. I choose individual liberty against totalitarian
Just yeah,
leveling.
I think as soon as I got out of the
I
jail
choose
cell.
individual liberty against totalitarian leveling.
Just give it a minute here.
I
Just
choose
take a
individual
little break.
liberty against totalitarian leveling. I choose individual liberty against totalitarian
Alrighty.
leveling.
How's everybody
I
doing?
choose individual liberty against
Next week, I'm going to do a model
totalitarian
build.
leveling. I choose individual liberty against totalitarian 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 leveling.
Okay, the
I
game
choose
is
individual
loading very
liberty
slowly.
against totalitarian leveling. I choose individual liberty against totalitarian leveling. I
This doesn't
choose
look good.
Individual liberty against totalitarian
It was weird because when
leveling.
I saved it,
I choose
I'll show you what's happening here.
individual liberty against
When I saved it, see, something weird happening. When I saved it, it was kind of in red. I don't know why it was in red. If it crashed or something, I don't know if I want to try to restart it. Huh? What? What the hell is this? What did I get myself into? What is this? Did I... What am I doing? What the fuck is this? Is this Metal Gear? What? What did I am really disoriented. What is this part of? Oh, I'm supposed to defeat this monster? I have no idea. Okay. I have no idea. This is some nightmare or something. Is this supposed to happen? I'm not sure. I think this is... Huh? So I never played the original Snake Eater, so I have no idea. Oh, we have to fight this guy. Okay. So I guess this is part of the game. No wonder it was like red. Oh, did I kill him? Oh, God. No idea, I guess. Nice. What? Again? What? It keeps going? No wonder they call this Nightmare. Okay, is this the real guy? All right, I guess so. No wonder it was red on that save. I guess, yeah. That was very. Look at, see what's going on. Ah, okay, I see what's going on. It's a trick. Remember they did that with the other game too. They take control of your PC or your PlayStation. Okay, so that was some nightmare thing. It was part of, I guess he was talking about some movie or something. I wasn't paying attention. All right, so it looks like we're back to normal. So I'm going to hide under the bed this time. Boy, I'm hungry. All right, here we go. This should load my. Yeah, it's fake. Okay. Interesting. Now that was surprising. I guess I should have played the original version. Dun 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 dun. Loading, loading, loading. Okay. So that was a bit unexpected. But I don't like this long loading time. Is it doing this on purpose? Ah, come on. Taking too long. Oh, here it comes. Huh? Is it doing this? I know it. Just a nightmare. Here, so I have to grab. There we go. Do this again. Time to eat. Okay, let me do the curing. There. Now I'm going to save this.
スネークセブ
Ah, there you go. I'm not doing that red one again. Another
スネー
one.
ク頑張って
Ah, okay. This is part of the game, isn't it? Okay, you know, I'm gonna quit, I think. I've played for almost 3 hours, I think. I kind of had enough. So yeah, if you enjoyed my essay about liberty versus equal, oh, there we go. Let me see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna open the cell? I was gonna say something about the. They have to stay kind of hidden. I can't move the. Well, I guess I blew that. I'm supposed to stay hidden. I'm 20%. Let's see what happens before I quit. I was gonna get ready to quit. It says he's hiding at 20%. Oh. Frog. Huh? Frog. See, he's up there 20%. How do I get it? I can't. He's got problems. 15%. 20%. 15%. It's only at 20. Here it comes. What's going on? I'm just reacting to this. He's 20%. I can't do camouflage. Oh, I wonder if I eat that. I wonder if I eat one of those things and get sick, it will let me. No, I already have a bathroom in there. It doesn't make sense. Let's see. $50% is no good. 20%. I can't get it. Only 20%. Oh, here he comes. Let's see what else we can do, because I don't want to restart the game. Go through nightmare again. Okay. I don't have any other food. No. I'm trying to think. What other kind of food? I have a fork. I have a gun. No ammo now. Guess I got to use a fork. Ah, here he comes. Fish. You can't see me. Yeah? What are you going to do? Oh, what if I just leave the fish there and don't take it? There's a rat. Wow, what's wrong with this guy? Nah, he's just going to do the same thing over again. I'm hiding in the back of the bed. Can he see me? Damn it. Okay, I'm supposed to be doing something. Too bad I can't move those. I want to move those chairs. I want to extend them out, but huh. Oh well. What time is it? Oh. I'll get about in there 10 minutes or so trying to figure this out. DMG. Okay, well, come on. Dun 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 dun. Come on, it's getting boring. Maybe the rat has a key. It's not Zelda. Huh. What do I got here? Rat? Huh? What are you doing? I guess. Let me try eating one of those. Let's see. Let's try eating the bat. I can't eat the bat? Let me eat the food. What the hell is this rat? A common rat. Let's eat one of these things. Well, I ate the food. That didn't do anything. It's only 20%. Yeah. Uh-oh.
なかなかうまい。まずい。
Mazi. Okay, well. Okay, well, let's see. Okay. Let's take a look here. Call frequency 144. 14475. One four four 7-5. One 4-4-7-5. Let's see. Huh? What? That was it? Oh my God. Okay.
脱出に成功したのか。
ああ、なんとかな。
気をつけろ。今の君は文字通り丸裸だ。
I
ろ
have
くな武
signaled.
器も持っていない。戦闘になれば勝ち目はないぞ。一度体勢を立て直す必要がある。エヴァが君の装備を回収しているんだろう。早急にエヴァと合流して装備を受け取るんだ。
Okay.
エヴァの用意した脱出路を使え。グロズニグラード北西部のマンホールから下水道へ降りるんだ。まずはその収容所を出て北西へ向かえ。
Come on. I'll go towards the bathroom. Oh, I got him. Can I get it? Okay, let me see here. Wound is still open. No bandage applied. Bleeding. There we go. There, made it out. Jeez. Bum ba dum bum bum. So you just dial a frequency to get out, to open the door. All right. That makes sense. Let's see. Now that I'm out of the prison, I can save it. It's like a...
セーブね。ちょっと待ってて。
Okay. I think this is normal now. Yeah, good. Okay.
北北西に進
Okay. I quit. That's finished. Yeah, we did enough. And next week I'm going to do the model. The Majin Go Valiant. It's very difficult, and that's going to be a much longer stream. So yeah, feel free to leave some sort of comments about my essay today, liberty or equality, and if you have any other thing you'd like to add, or maybe I missed something or got something wrong, feel free to leave a comment there, and I can always do another stream like that. And I'll probably do another stream tomorrow morning, but just be game again, and then I won't do another one on Friday, and then Sunday I'll do the model one. So that's it. Have a good one. And
I choose
yeah,
individual
there you
liberty
go. Liberty